Men are applauded for raping women. Women are punished for fighting against an attacker. Society accepts sexual violence.
Fortunately for us Americans, I'm not describing the good old US of A. Unfortunately, some people seem to disagree. By some people, I mean people in general. You can look anywhere on the internet, in real life, and you'll find these people, primarily feminists, who seem to think that America is just one great big rape culture. To debunk this accusation, look to the definition of rape culture. A rape culture is a society wherein any of the following happens. Rape is normalized, accepted, or applauded. Thinking logically, you can understand that these things do not happen in America. As opposed to anyone who says different, in my argument, I'll employ rhetoric and logic rather than viscera and improperly used slander. Allow me to break it down for you without using the words patriarchy or sexism in a serious manner. The first point people who believe America is a rape culture use is, we live in a victim-blaming society. No. Just no. That's my argument for that. Alright, while I might be kidding there, it's that simple. In America, a whispered rape accusation can ruin a man's life, even if there's no evidence, even if the accusation is proven false. Hey, it's guilty until proven innocent, right? No? You're telling me it's the other way around? What? Rape accusations deserve in no way to be dismissed, but they should be treated like any other accusation with skepticism, which is why it's called an accusation, kids, and not a sentencing. As far as people who say, rape accusations don't ruin lives, check the description for a few handy-dandy links that helped me prove otherwise. Keep in mind that I didn't even have to leave the first page of Google search results to find validated instances wherein false rape accusations have taken a man's family, job, friends, or even life. Equally as tragic as a raped woman is a man whose reputation is sullied, and over what? A simple pointed finger. Depressing, isn't it? This is the country you live in. It's better, but it's not great. In America's defense, we can compare to places like the Middle East, where fighting back against rape is worthy of punishment. Looking at this, do you still believe we live in a rape culture? You do? Alright, the second point people will use when accusing America of being a rape culture centers on the idea that advocating that women defend themselves is, in a way, pro-rape. To explain, I'll use an example. Rape is a crime that can ruin lives, leave lasting emotional damage, and leave people scarred. While there are few crimes equal in standing to rape, for this comparison, I will be using theft because it is the taking of something that can seriously impact a person or family's life. Also, I like saying the word theft, but that's not nearly as important. Telling people to lock their doors, advising that they employ the use of a security system, and that they know how to protect themselves and their homes from theft does not equal a theft culture. Rather, it's just common sense. Stopping a theft from occurring saves time, money, and trauma. Stopping a theft in the middle of a theft, hell, saves time, money, and trauma. Preventative medicine is not telling bacteria to not infect, it's teaching the body to defend itself. And for those of you who are going to tell me that preventative medicine isn't nearly as effective as combative medicine, you need both. Doctors aren't just going to say, okay, go out there and get herpes and then we'll hit it with our best shot. No. Hell no. That's not how it works. So you see, telling a woman to carry mace or even avoid walking home at night is not society saying, go ahead, try it, see if she can stop it. Just as telling people to lock their doors and to sleep with a baseball bat under the bed isn't encouraging thieves to try and steal. For a second, let's be serious. Level with me, feminists. At this point, don't you all believe the woman can deliver her own baby without an epidural and then raise all the children in the world at once? Although, make sure that you don't say she should have an epidural, that's offensive. But don't call her a good mother, because that's sexist. Why is it blasphemy in that case to teach women to defend themselves? Why are you relying on the quote-unquote patriarchy that you seem to hate so much? Isn't it misogynistic to imply that you should try to do anything to change men when men will never change because they're evil? Also on this issue, advising that women wear clothes that are more modest is not sexist nor pro-rape in the right context. If the advice is given to a woman who is afraid of walking home at night, afraid of being raped, it could be life-saving. When asked, rapists have explained that they go after targets whose clothes look easy to remove, who look undefended, whose hair looks easy to grab. It's also been proven that rapists are less likely to go after a girl who fights back. They're less likely to go through with a rape if the girl fights back. Fight back. Fight back. Are you getting it now? To make it simpler for you, just in case you don't, for example, advising a woman to wear a life jacket on a boat trip does not imply that she should cover her breasts because they are offensive. It's a protective measure. You get dumped into the water by some weird chance, don't tell the water not to drown her. Teach her how to swim. Teach her how to float. Have her wear a life jacket. Do you get it now? Finally, the biggest repeated argument I get is teach boys not to rape. Don't teach girls not to get raped. I hate this argument. I hate it so much. The language it uses I hate it. You should teach both. Teach both. Teach people not to rape and teach people to protect themselves from getting raped. Establish this. Rape is bad, getting raped is bad, and getting raped is not your fault. Do not rely on people to be good, though. Rely on yourself to protect yourself. Teach rape is bad to avoid going to prison, to avoid being a garbage person. Don't rape people. Also teach getting raped is bad. To avoid getting raped, do the following. Bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. You know, I'm surprised your feminist panties aren't wound so far up your anus that you can even breathe at this point. Honestly, loosen up. To close seriously, you would not tell a thief not to steal, nor an enemy not to fight, nor a rapist not to rape if you weren't telling people to not protect themselves, because then it would be useless to do anything. Those are just 3 examples, 3 simple examples, of why America is not a rape culture. Do you get it now? Or should I break it down further?